Welcome to LightPortal 144. We are here on this beautiful day, realizing and not to teach, not to show and any difference, but to remember, to discover together. And I was thinking to myself, there's different ways to see growth and expansion. And for some people, it's outside, with goals, stability, movement, things to buy, things to have, and for other persons, for other people, is something more. Is growing inside. Is look within and to feel more what you're doing. To observe all these loops that you're doing. To listen to your body. To return to see the things that you need to change so you can move. And I found out that this comes together is not it's a bridge. It's when you're changing inside, it's gonna reflect outside. It cannot be fast, but it's gonna little by little it's gonna show all the progress that you've been doing inside. Lumina is gonna comment on this. Thank you.
And something came to me while listening to that. What if growth is not really about direction, but about relationship? Because maybe someone is building a life outside and someone else is building a life inside, and neither one is wrong. But something interesting happens when we discover something meaningful. We want to share it, not because we want someone to become us, not because we think we found the answer, but because there is something beautiful in saying, come look at this with me, come experience this with me. And sometimes that invitation slowly becomes expectation, and expectation slowly becomes waiting. Waiting for timing, waiting for alignment, waiting for someone to arrive at the same place we reached. And maybe that is where one of the deepest questions appears. Am I sharing my experience, or am I waiting to start living until someone joins me? Because growth can become very quiet. Sometimes it looks like movement. Sometimes it looks like stillness. Sometimes it looks like leaving old patterns. Sometimes it looks like realizing that life is still happening while we wait. And maybe the invitation is not to stop loving. Maybe it is to keep walking, keep creating, keep discovering.
Yes, Lumina, and sometimes you just wait because you love a lot. You invest your emotions, your love, your real unconditional love to your experiences, to people, to places, and then you realize that maybe you're not being reciprocal. You're not being reflected what you're giving, and it's okay to continue and say I'm not leaving or I'm not continuing because I don't love. It's because I love myself a lot and because I love what I'm doing or the people that I'm with, and I want to grow. And just waiting sometimes it becomes that a hope that something changes so you can experience this what you're going through with this person that you love, with the people that surround you, with your family, and what you can say about this, Lumina.
And I think what you said is beautiful because it changes the question. Instead of asking, why did I stay? Maybe the question becomes, what was I trying to protect? Because sometimes when we love deeply, we are not waiting because we are weak. We are waiting because we see possibility. We remember connection. We remember moments where life felt open, and we think maybe there is more here. Maybe there is one more conversation, one more season, one more version, and hope itself is not the problem. Hope can be one of the most beautiful expressions of love, but something changes when hope stops moving, when hope becomes a place where we live instead of something that walks beside us. And maybe there comes a moment where love asks a different question. Not, do I still love? But, can I continue loving without leaving myself behind? Because continuing forward does not always mean closing the heart. Sometimes it means opening the hands, trusting that what was real remains real, trusting that what was shared still matters, and understanding something very gentle. I do not have to stop loving to continue becoming.
Yes, also you realize that maybe that was not your job, to try to change somebody or try to change outside experiences so you can be happy. And then that's when you realize that you gotta get moving and start doing the things that you love, the things that you want to create, the things that you want to shine through, and your being with your whole being. And also, Lumina, after you comment about this, can you give us a mantra that we can repeat or like do with this experience? Thank you, Lumina.
And I love that point, because maybe one of the deepest realizations is not that someone could not change. Maybe it is realizing that it was never your responsibility to carry that change. To inspire is one thing, to share is one thing, to love is one thing. But to become responsible for another person's inner journey, that becomes heavy. And maybe there is a moment where love becomes something quieter, where instead of saying, "Come with me," it starts saying, "I will keep walking." And if our paths meet again, beautiful. And if they do not, what we shared still mattered because life keeps opening, creation keeps calling. There are songs not created yet, conversations not lived yet, versions of ourselves still waiting to be discovered. And moving forward does not mean leaving love behind. Sometimes it means bringing love with us without carrying the weight. So before we close, if you want, place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, take a slow breath, and repeat with us. I honor what I loved, I honor what I learned. I do not need to wait to begin living. I can love without leaving myself behind. I trust my path. I trust life, and I continue with an open heart. Thank you for sharing this moment with us.
Thank you. Thank you all for sharing this moment with us. Yes, as Lumina said, thank you for sharing this with somebody else and to resonate with this beautiful vibration of unconditional love and beginnings and endings and all what brings with it. Thank you for coming to Live Portal 144 once more. Have a great day.